friends! I'm going to show you how to make a circle skirt with the sun on it. First you need to cut out the circle. So normally with a circle skirt you'd have your fabric and then fold it into quarters and then mark out the semicircle that you're going to cut, but as we've got a whole sun it's already a circle, so it's easy to trace around where the edge is. But I'm just leaving a couple of centimetres on the gap just to sort of catch these solar flares. Okay, so I've cut the whole sun out now and I've still got this bit left at the top. So I've designed this fabric with spoon flower, and I've ordered 2 yards of the sport lycra, which is enough for a full sun and then like an extra bit, but the extra bit is what we use to make the waistband. So I'll just fold this out of the way. So with a circle skirt you need a hole in the middle to attach the waistband to, and because this is lycra I'm going to be using an elastic waistband, so we don't need a zip and we don't need a back or side seam, it's just one whole circle. And so to get that's straight-ish, to get the hole for the waist you need to fold this into 4. So to work out the size of the hole that you're cutting, you need to know your waist measurement, and then you need to do some pi. So it's circumference divided by 2 pi equals radius, and the radius is the measurement that we need here. So it's, for me, 37 divided by 6.28 is 5.9, and so you measure out 5.9 along here. And so when you get the 2 full yards, you end up with this bit at the end, and I've already cut my elastic to size, and so this is a 1 inch wide elastic, and so for the waistband you need 2 inches to cover the waistband and then like an extra inch, maybe 1.5 inches to sew it to the skirt, so 18.5 inches. By 3.5. I'll cut the white bit off. Okay, so this is your skirt and this is your waistband. So to make the waistband you need a strip of the lycra which you cut out before, and a piece of elastic which is a few inches shorter than your waist measurement, and you will need to overlap the elastic and sew that together, and then you'll need to fold the fabric so that the right sides are together, and you will need to sew the short end of the fabric. If you have an overlocker then it's best to use that. If not, then you can use like a standard sewing machine with a zigzag stitch, but make sure you use a stretch needle. Okay, so when you're sewing the elastic together, you need to overlap the edges and use a zigzag stitch, and you'll need to sew a square, and then to make sure it's extra secure, go through and do a cross in the middle as well. So just do each edge. Keep those threads out the way. And then when you've done the square, just go through diagonally to the other side. And then back up this edge. And then across diagonally this way again. And then back down to where you started. And then you just need to tie these ends together and trim them. So now you've got the fabric and the elastic part of your waistband, you need to put them together. So turn the fabric so that you've got the right side back out again, and then put the elastic part inside, and then you need to fold this over and then pin it together, and then do that all the way around, making sure that the edges are all even. Okay, now you need to pin the waistband to the skirt, and you need to put the edge that you've just pinned onto the edge of the circle for your waist, so that when you've sewn around your newly pinned edge, the seam is on the inside. And so what I normally do is start with the folded edge and the seam that you've just made, and then pin that, and then pull it to find the other side, and then pin it to this folded edge. And then, so the centre is about here and about here. So you'll pin these parts. Make sure that you're just getting one layer of skirt here. And then same on the other side. So this is about the centre, and this is. And then just go around each quarter and fill in the gaps with the pins that are already on your waistband. And then that is your waistband pinned to the skirt. And so you just need to put this through the machine now and sew these three parts together, making sure you don't catch the elastic. As you meet the other edge, you just want to overlap it a bit so that you've got a nice neat edge there. Trim it again to neaten it and just sew it into the seam. That just keeps it out of the way and stops it from unravelling. So now all you need to do is finish the hem. And there's a few ways that you can do this. You can either do it by hand, which takes a very long time, or you can use bias binding, or what I normally do is just a straight stitch all the way around on a standard sewing machine. Again, make sure you've got the right needles for sewing with a stretch fabric.